Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to COD Zombies HQ. Seemingly gone are the days where we can expect 2, 3, or even in the case of Black Ops 4, 4 standalone zombies maps to be there at launch when a new Call of Duty game releases. Within Black Ops Cold War, Treyarch only released one zombies map at launch, Die Maschine, and now in the upcoming COD Vanguard, Treyarch is also releasing one zombies experience entitled Der Anfang that will be available to all players when the game launches, where instead Treyarch seems to be taking the approach that most of their zombies content will be released to the players for free throughout its DLC season. Why this is the case we can speculate. It obviously seems like Treyarch got put into developing Black Ops Cold War and Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies kind of at the last minute, so the lack of extensive zombies content at launch can kind of be excused or explained at least. But because of that, it makes understanding what we're going to actually get throughout the free DLC seasons in Vanguard so dang important. Well, the good news is, and this was kind of overlooked throughout Treyarch's reveal, is that they did talk about what they plan to add to the zombies mode at least early within the DLC season. Beyond that, for the first time, we have leaked information about the Easter eggs within the mode as well that, trust me, you're gonna want to hear, as it does seem very interesting. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we can expect Treyarch to add to Vanguard Zombies fairly soon after its initial release. The first type of DLC content we are going to see in Vanguard is in the form of the addition of new objectives added into their Onslaught Zombies hybrid map Der Anfang. At the release of Vanguard Zombies, there will only be 3 different types of objectives for you to complete in that mode. The first one is called Blitz, and this seems to be the closest Treyarch is coming, at least publicly, to the old-fashioned round-based survival holdout type of gameplay that we know and love, where in this objective we assume players have to be aggressively trying to hunt down and taking down as many zombies across the map as quickly as possible. So not exactly a traditional kind of holdout style gameplay that's generally associated with round-based maps, but it is the most quote-unquote traditional type of zombies objective that exists within this mode that we know of so far. The next one is called Harvest, where you're tasked with basically taking down zombie VIPs on the map, then returning them to a container. And the last one is called Transmit, which is just a traditional escort type of objective. So it seems like there'll only be 3 types of main objectives, at least what they've announced so far when the game launches. I think that's even less than what Outbreak had when it originally launched, and it was super bare bones at that stage. So to try to flesh out and extend the longevity of this mode, Treyarch will do exactly what they did with the Outbreak mode here in Black Ops Cold War, and that is by adding new objectives into the mode to try to give some more variety to the tasks you're expected to complete. I do kind of wonder about the potential uniqueness about these DLC objectives they're going to add, if it's going to be something we've never done or seen before, or if it'll just be basically Outbreak styled objectives that we've already seen in Cold War, like eliminate the HVT or hold out in this area for a certain amount of time. But of course, that remains to be seen. The other area that is seemingly kind of lacking at launch in Vanguard that again Treyarch is hoping to flesh out throughout its DLC season is in the form of which mini zombies regions you're able to travel to within this Der Anfang game mode. Currently, Treyarch has only announced, and it seems like this is what it'll be at launch, that only 3 maps will be available beyond the kind of Zombies HQ set on the MP map Red Star, with one of those maps being a remake of Shinonuma and the other 2 being zombified versions of MP maps the Hotel Royale and Maryville. Now, of course, Treyarch has confirmed that we will be getting new locations. Now, my hope for these new locations, if it's going to be isolated within this mode, that they are purpose-built zombies maps like Shinonuma, or even something original, but just that, something original, and not just ported MP maps with a zombie's skin on top of it. But it does seem likely that just like the new Outbreak maps in Black Ops Cold War, where those were taken by cutting off chunks of a cancelled Warzone map, that they'll probably do the same for MP maps here in Vanguard. Now, of course, when talking about the potential of adding new maps in Vanguard, the majority of the zombies community tends to go, well, when is the first actual round-based traditional zombies map going to release in this game? With the most recent leak saying that the map seems to be in development, but it may not release anytime soon, possibly being delayed beyond Season 1, making it likely that the first actual bits of DLC we'll get for this Zombies mode in Season 1 will be some of these new small regions within the Der Anfang game mode, as well as the addition of 1 or 2 new objectives into the mode as well. Now, when talking about this new Der Anfang Zombies experience, the question has consistently came up, well, what about Easter eggs within the map? Main Easter egg quests and side Easter egg quests have been an absolutely massive, integral part of the Zombies mode for a long time now. It helps give players something to do, explore, and look forward to with each new map release. Are we going to be seeing main or side Easter eggs within this new Zombies mode? Well, we have an answer to one of those two questions. Because of some leaked information garnered within the Call of Duty Vanguard beta, it doesn't seem like, at least then, no information about a possible main Easter egg quest was found. Doesn't mean that there isn't one on the map and that references to it weren't just included in that build of the beta for whatever reason. So there still very well may be a main Easter egg quest on Der Anfang that we just don't know about yet. However, there does seem to be more kind of side objectives or puzzles, is what Treyarch is referring to them as within this game mode. With 2 of those side Easter egg puzzles that we know about thanks to Nanikos over on Twitter, the first being that there seems to be some kind of Juggernog maze puzzle that you're able to activate or go to within this mode, wherein we assume you're gonna have to navigate a traditional maze, probably while zombies are attacking you the whole time, where if you're successful in reaching the end of this maze, you'll likely be rewarded with a free Juggernog perk. And the second kind of side Easter egg puzzle we know about is a classic game of the floor is lava, wherein we expect that in this puzzle, if you touch the floor in some kind of unique environment, it'll do a lot of damage to you, and instead you've got to jump from platform to platform to keep your feet off of the ground and away from the lava in order to, we assume, reach some kind of loot chest reward. So at least the side Easter egg puzzles that we kind of know about so far are fairly unique. It's not just, collect these 3 things or shoot these 3 things and you get a reward. A maze and a game of the floor is lava kind of parkour is fairly interesting. And I am also interested to see how they will be presented within the game mode of Der Anfang. If they will be in fact side Easter eggs where you have to discover the steps to them, or if they'll be presented as kind of separate challenge portals wherein you actually know what you're getting yourself into beforehand. Now, the last kind of Zombies DLC that Treyarch may release was not directly mentioned, but a Treyarch developer did say this:
launch is really just the tip of the iceberg. Everything post-launch is going to bring new twists, new stories, new characters, brand new gameplay.
Wherein we can kind of hope that when he's talking about different and new kinds of gameplay opportunities within the Zombies mode, that potentially we could see new kinds of Zombies game modes released throughout their DLC season. Of course, we did end up seeing that within Black Ops Cold War, with the surprise release of Outbreak and all of its gameplay variants like Outbreak Survival. For round-based maps, they stuck to one new Zombies game mode, which was Cranked, although something we didn't see, which we all were really hoping for and kind of expecting to, was the return of the player versus zombie grief mode that we haven't seen since Black Ops 2, with Treyarch seemingly trying to be more aggressive, trying to innovate the Zombies mode within this game. Perhaps finally, this will be the game where we see grief mode make its return in some way, shape, or form that will pleasantly surprise the Zombies community. The DLC season for Vanguard will have to be massive to drastically expand on the launch offerings for the Vanguard Zombies mode, and I suspect they will be to a certain degree. I would say Cold War Zombies did have a fairly successful DLC season, releasing 3 more round-based Zombies maps, which, isn't as much as many of us were hoping for, but that's kind of rounded out with all of the additions to the Outbreak game mode that they did release. But that does wrap up this video, guys. I hope you learned something new about what we can expect here in Vanguard Zombies, and if you did, hey, consider leaving a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. But I want to thank you so much once again for watching, and I'll see you with another Zombies news video tomorrow. Peace.